Arlene, host of the television talk show Ask Arlene, which airs on Thursdays at 6:30. And as a business consultant and life coach, I help you to move forward in your business, project, or endeavor. So if you always wanted to write a book, but you just haven't seemed to get started, or you always wanted to 10x that business that you already have, expand it to the next level, you know exactly what you need to do, but you just haven't done it? Well, I've already purchased all the courses, read all the books, the Tony Robbins, all sorts. I have several degrees, including a master's degree and credits toward a doctorate. I've sat with and met celebrities and done the networking. And what I realized is what I really needed was a mastermind group of people working toward my project, my business, or my endeavor. So what I've done is met with coaches and met with experts and put them together to work on your project. So join us today for our mastermind networking group. I'll see you there. Click the link below and join us. Hello and welcome to the Ask Arlene Show, the show where you get to ask the questions and we answer them. Today we have an exciting show planned for you where I'm going to give you the 6 secrets to success. 6 secret steps to success. We only have 29 minutes, so I'm going to give them to you really quickly, but I want to see everyone go where you want to go, do what you want to do, and be who you want to be in the world. And what you're going to need in order to do that are some success secrets. So we've been talking a lot about speaking, and I told you I have this program where we're going to help you to enhance your speaking skills. Well, first thing that you need to know is to learn from the masters. So how are you going to be successful? First, you're going to find out who are the people in your industry that are doing it, that are crushing it? Who are the people that are around you that are already finding success in the areas that you're endeavoring to find success in? So is it a situation like this where you want to speak and teach? So you find somebody else who's doing it, who has a show, who's speaking on their show. You find somebody who is already endeavoring to be successful in the area that you'd like to be successful in. So I have an example. I love to tell stories. There's a young lady who wants to be she wants to run a salon. So one of the first things that I shared with her as her coach is to go find somebody who has a salon already, find out how they did it. She was able to find this young lady who's a young person. She's just recently graduated from college herself. And she found a lady who's in the industry already. She found out how she was able to upsell her products so that she was able to go out and purchase a salon. So success leaves clues, guys. Success leaves clues. So we just have to find the people who are masters and who are the ones that are achieving in that particular area. So that is secret number 6. We're going to start with the top and then go down to the one most important one. So that one is key. If it's Elon Musk and he's going to the moon, he leaves clues. He's written books. He's written stories. He does interviews. There are YouTube videos. Guys, this is the greatest time ever in the entire history of the world where we're able to find the secrets to how people became successful. Before, people had to read autobiographies or read biographies. Now, all you have to do is press a button. So everything is out there. Find the masters or people who are succeeding in your area. So does it have to be Oprah Winfrey, somebody that's high and far away? No, it could be somebody in your community. Hello, call me. And I'll be more than happy to share with you what are some of the secrets that we have used here in order to find success. So secret number 6 is learn from the masters, learn from the key people. Secret number 5 is clarity. Okay. So people come to me for coaching and they say, I know I want to start a business. I know I want to do something in the world. I know I have a purpose. I know I have a calling, but I have no clue what it is. If I could get money each time someone came to me, guys, and said, I want to do some coaching with you and I'd like to do a business, but I don't know what I want to do, I would be even more wealthy than I am now. So what's the first step? The first step is clarity, finding out what it is that you feel you want to do. Because if you're going to look for the masters, you have to know what area you're looking for the masters in. Is it politics? Is it like this young lady who wants to have a hair salon? Is it a daycare center? Is it that you want to be the next Beyonce? Whatever it is. And believe you me, I always say there's no such thing as a ridiculous dream or a ridiculous goal. Because I think Elon Musk, who said he's going to garner a bus to go to the moon, is the craziest thing in terms of all of the different goals that somebody might have. And yet he's gotten millions, maybe billions in order to achieve that particular goal and find success in his goal. So you can achieve success in your goal. First step, write it down. Okay. They say people are 35% more likely to achieve a goal if they write it down. Then the next level is you have to actually speak it out loud. You have to actually state what it is that you want as your goal. So be clear about it, write it down, be able to articulate what the goal is. And then you're going to come and find a coach, me, or an accountability partner. Or like with the 5,000 steps per day challenge, we have a group of people that are working and walking every day in order for us to all achieve the goal. So with accountability, guys, I've said it before, we're 97% more likely to find success and accomplish the goal if we have accountability. So within that goal of clarity, find out what it is, write it down, be able to speak about it, find an accountability partner or a coach that is going to help you to achieve that goal. And also, guys, this is a quick insert. If there's one word that you can have that embodies the feeling, that embodies the goal that you want to achieve in terms of success, that's also an excellent idea, to find one word. Some people say the word is clarity, so that you can just be clear. Other people say the word is awesome, or the word is I want to have impact. So that's my word for this year, impact. So I'm working with a group of women. So the same way I'm suggesting you get coached, I'm getting coached as well. So I'm with a group of successful women, and the word that we have is impact. So all of that is in line with being clear, in line with clarity. Okay, moving right along. We have word number 4. In terms of the road to success. If you truly want to be successful, guys, one of the key things that you need to look at is your environment. And there is no substitute for environment. And anybody else that tells you that you don't need to look at your environment, they're not telling you the truth. There are multiplicity of successful people. We spoke about number 6, and we said it was looking at the masters. Well, there are multiplicity of masters that will tell you that they went to another location. There is a young lady that comes to mind, the young lady who's the athlete. She is one of the first Black women, well, actually the second Black woman to win in the National Olympics in gymnastics. What is her name? Type it in the chat and tell me. Type it in the chat and tell me. Well, one of the things that she did was she left her home. She left her comfortable environment with her mom and her sisters and her brother to go clear across the country so that she could train to achieve her goal. So whatever it is that you need to achieve, there is a certain environment whereby that goal can grow. There's an environment, just like the seeds. We plant seeds in a particular environment. If it's lettuce, we had a young lady on the show last week who was talking about planting. And she said lettuce will grow in a cool environment. But if it's a too tropical of an environment, it's too hot, lettuce won't grow. So it's the same thing with our goals, people. It's the same thing with our goals and our plans and our dreams and how to be successful. We must find a successful environment. So some of you, I can hear you now saying to me, well, I don't have money to go and move to California so that I can pursue my dream of being a world-class actress. But there are some people here. Maybe you need to go down to Broadway and be a part of that environment. Work in the Broadway district. So there's a friend of mine who majored in theater. She was not able to pick up and move across the country to California. But let me tell you what she did. She went downtown and she started working in the particular facilities where they house all of these actors and actresses and shows down on Broadway. And she worked passing out the brochures. That's all she was doing. She had a low-level job passing out brochures every night. When the shows were over, she interacted with the staff. She stayed on. And let me tell you, that young lady now is starring in shows because she was in the environment around the people that were doing the things that she wanted to do in order to be successful. So every night she could ask them, so, how did you get to be successful? And they would tell her. And then she would come back and she'd say, well, no, I can't do that because of this, this, this. And then they would respond to her and say, well, yes, you can because of this, this, this. And then that was the end of the conversation. And then the next night she would come and ask another set of questions. And the next night. So the environment that you're in, guys, is extremely important. It's like the ground, it's like the soil that helps the plants to grow. Environment is everything. So I have a young lady who said to me, well, you know, she's from a single parent home. She grew up in the Bronx. And so it's very challenging for her to do some of the things and compete with some of these other people on a national scale because some of them have an alternate environment. But if you look at the environment of the Bronx, or you look at any environment where you think people are going to have a hard time moving forward, you will find masters that came out of that very environment. You can go back and do the research and see how they were able to move forward, how they were able to achieve the goals that they truly wanted. So people say, well, I'm looking at J-Lo and she's, you know, her name is in lights. But where did she start? How did she start? She started as a dancer. She started at a small studio in the Bronx doing her dancing. She finally did go to California, but when she went to California, she didn't go as a movie star. She went as a dancer. And then from getting that one shot, then she expanded and got into all these other areas where she's singing and she's acting, but she started incrementally. Okay, so there is a clue. There is a route. There is a way. And so what we need to do is definitely look at the environment that we're in, find the masters, the people who are in that environment that were able to achieve greatness, and we can too. Remember, you can go where you want to go. You can do what you want to do. You can be who you want to be. And on the show, we've talked in the past about Elon Musk, who had hired a brain coach to work with his company, to work with the people in his staff. So they were able to come up with novel ideas and novel concepts that they were going to run with. So you can come up with novel ideas and novel concepts. And remember, there's nothing new under the sun. So as crazy or as ridiculous as you think your dream or your vision might be, I bet you we can help you to find somebody or something that's at least close to what you want to do and close to what you want to achieve so that you can find that path. Okay, we don't want to stay on this too long. Next one. Number 3. Visualization. Okay, we're going to talk about visualization. Visualization means that you picture it as if it is already done. So if you want to be the next Beyonce, and I'm not a proponent of being the next Beyonce, because if you're Janet Peters, you're going to be the next Janet Peters. But let's just say, for argument's sake, you want to be the next Beyonce. You visualize yourself as if you have already had the success. So let's say it's speaking and you're timid about speaking and you need to gain confidence. Well, you're not going to picture yourself going on stage and shaking in your boots and the people laughing at you. No, you're going to picture yourself going on stage and crushing it. The people are opening up their eyes with amazement at the wonderful words that you're speaking to them. They're so excited to see you. They're applauding you. They're laughing. That's what you're going to visualize. You're going to visualize the end from the beginning. So it's very important in terms of your success that you visualize that you have already achieved the success in the area that you're looking to strive in. So some people say visualization, oh, that's mind control, that's meditation. If you want to call it meditation, you want to call it prayer, you want to call it thought process, mind bombardment. I'm not really as concerned about what you call it as I am concerned about you using the practice. So if it's prayer where you close your eyes and you put your hands together and you bow your head and you think about and ask for the successful venture as if it's already done, great. The point is that you have to believe, okay? And the way that you can believe it is by seeing it in your mind's eye, by using your imagination. Okay, so that was the last one before we go to our break. And then when we come back, we're going to have three more quick ones. All righty.
I'm Arlene, host of the television talk show Ask Arlene, which airs on Thursdays at 6:30. And I'm here to tell you 2 reasons why you should join our Speakers Bureau training and how to become a world-class speaker. 1, revenue generation. People who know how to communicate well earn more dollars and cents. And 2, if you have a day job, you're not a speaker, teacher, author, trainer, you're going to gain promotion on your job if you're better able to communicate with confidence in those board meetings. Now, you say, why should I join your group, Arlene? There's so many programs out there. Well, I'm guaranteeing you an interview on television or radio if you complete our 10 sessions of our Speakers Bureau training. So I have a plethora of friends that do the same types of things that I do. And so we're guaranteeing you an interview on either television or radio. And you say, well, why else, Arlene? Why else should I join? Well, if you join our Speakers Bureau, after having taken the 10-session training, I am going to help you along with our team to launch that speaking career that you always envision so that you can use your message to change the world. So there's so many programs out there and they tell you how to be a speaker, but I'm going to actually help you to get booked on paid speaking engagements on television and on radio if you complete all 10 sessions and you join our Speakers Bureau. I hope to see you there and see you using your dream, your vision, and your talent to change the world. Bye-bye. See you there.
Hi, welcome back. So we're going to give you the 2 quick tips, the 2 quick last secrets, and then 1 bonus. So number 2 on how to be successful. Guys, you're going to struggle, okay? And a lot of people who go through the struggling part or the challenging part where they struggle, they give up, okay? 90% of the businesses fail because the people don't push on and don't push through long enough to where the business can be successful. So what's the difference between the 1% and the 90% of the businesses that failed? Those business owners kept going. A lot of times they weren't smarter. If you look at the statistics, they say 9 out of 10 businesses fail. But if you look at the statistics, they're not any brighter. They're not any smarter. They weren't necessarily more funded. They just kept going. And I always talk about Amazon. And I talk about how Amazon did not turn a profit for the first 7 years. But in the 7th year, they made more money and had more funds, more revenue than they did for the whole first 7 years. So you have to be prepared for the struggle. And there's also a wise gentleman. His name is not Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois. He said, without struggle, there is no progress. And guys, I'm just going to give you some insight. I fought that concept for years. I did not like this concept of us having to struggle, because I'm all about us having success and us enjoying and having a great time and living your best life ever. But I've come to see that in order for us to be successful, regardless of your endeavor, there is going to be a struggle process. And so you make up your mind that on this journey, in this business, in this speaking career, in this endeavor to be a doctor, a teacher, a dentist, there's going to be some struggle, okay? But we're going to get through it because we know ahead of time, because we've already visualized, we've already seen the end from the beginning. So we know that we're going to get through it because there are so many others. There are other masters who have gotten through it. So we will too, okay? So embrace the struggle. Find some type of joy in the struggle, and remember that it's not just about the destination, but it's about enjoying the journey. So one of the things, as I said, we're doing is the 5,000 step per day challenge. And every day we're doing 5,000 steps. For me, it's not just 5,000 steps. It's actually 5 miles. Now, do I enjoy it every single time? No, but I'm using the environment. I'm going to beautiful parks. If you log on, you'll see me on YouTube. I'm going to beautiful places, which I enjoy, so that I can find joy in the struggle. If you can find joy in the struggle, then you will continue. There's another young lady who is a client of mine, and she has lost a lot of weight. And her thing was, she was going through a master's program, and she would eat poor things that she shouldn't be eating while she was going through the program. But her rationale was, this is what I need in order to get me through, Arlene. And I was like, She's struggling through, she's accomplishing. Now that she's finished the master's program, she's lost the weight. Many of you are familiar with Lisa Nichols. She is a brilliant speaker, okay? But she was overweight, she was heavy. There were some people who didn't listen to her because she was overweight. We may be embarrassed to say it, but there are many people who didn't. Now that she's successful, she's working on the other struggle. So embrace the struggle. Find some joy in it. Expect it to suck. Expect that you're going to not be good at it the first time that you do it. And this is a secret. No one was good the first time that they did it, okay? It's because they kept going that they became great and that they became successful at it. So we know that you're going to suck. There's going to be a struggle, but you're going to find the joy in the struggle. And remember, success is a journey. It's not just a destination. So enjoy the journey. Okay, and the last 2 things that we have for you, the bonus and the number 1 secret. The number 1 secret that I cannot stress enough is passion. Okay, what is the difference between a Harry Belafonte and a John Doe as far as speakers? Or what is the difference between a Martin Luther King as a speaker and a John Doe as a speaker? His passion, his level of passion that he brings to the conversation. So I've shared before, I said, why is it that this man, this Harry Belafonte, was able to star in Broadway shows at a time when people of color, Black people, were not even allowed to sit where they wanted on the bus? Why is it that he was able to star in Broadway shows when there were other people of color as a community that weren't even allowed to walk down certain streets in certain neighborhoods? And I'm going to say that one of the reasons why he was as successful as he was, guys, undoubtedly, indisputably, is because of the level of passion that he brings to the table. So when you're going through the difficulties and you're going through the struggle, inevitably you're going to stop because it's painful for you unless you have passion. So if you bring to the table this indisputable level of passion, you're not going to care about, the difficulty. Well, you'll care about it, but it's not going to stop you. Okay. And that lends to also knowing your why. Your passion is wrapped up in your why. What's the reason that you're doing this? Why are you doing this? So one of the reasons that I do this is because, as I shared my story, I had a situation where I was going all over the country and doing lots of big jobs. And my mom passed away. I got fired from a major position, and it was in the newspaper, and I was stuck. And when my mom passed away, I realized life is finite. Okay, that means we all have a set number of days. And I wanted to spend my time not just making money, but I want to spend it sharing some of the knowledge that I have gained with the world. So I may not be able to fix everything, but we can each fix something. We can each find our ikigai or our reason for being and be able to fix that particular area, because we're all gifted and talented in something. And so I just want to remind you that you don't need to be an expert at everything, but you are an expert at something. You can cultivate the skills to become an expert at something and to become successful at something. So I thank you so much for taking the time today. And just before we go, I'm going to give you the bonus. And the bonus secret to success, guys, is adding value. Adding more value. You can become a multi-millionaire depending on the amount of value that you add to the world. Okay, so you may be picking up garbage and you may say, well, you know, I'm just the guy who picks up the garbage at the office, so I only add value to the few people in my office. But then there's a gentleman who began picking up garbage not only in one office, but he began expanding his business, and he was picking up garbage in a multiplicity of offices and cleaning office buildings eventually at contracts throughout the country. And that gentleman is a multimillionaire today. He was bringing lots of value to the marketplace. So the true secret to success, if you remember none of the other secrets, is to build your value and to bring value to the marketplace. So figure out what area you can bring value to the marketplace, because there's one particular area that you can handle better than anybody else on the face of the planet if you're willing to cultivate that area. You're willing to focus, you're willing to visualize, you're willing to see the end from the beginning, you're willing to find the masters that are doing it and crush it and do it too. Thank you so much for spending these 29 minutes with me. It's been a pleasure spending time with you. Thank you for listening. I ask you to please subscribe to our program. And it is www.bit.ly/AskArlene. Subscribe. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rahman, and thank you, William, and everybody that worked to make this show go as well as it did today. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ooh. Name some things I'll be without you, good. Stop the growth, I bet you think you could. Said you gon' leave me, man, I wish you would. Yeah, I'm different, so I'm misunderstood. So I'ma always be good. Said I'ma always be good. What would you say if I told you the people you missing won't call you again? What would you say if I told you the people around you don't stick to the end? Newer vibes and different faces. Life is all in different phases. How can you fly away if the people around you still got you in cages? Name some things I'll be without you, good. Stop the growth, I bet you think you could. Said you gon' leave me, man, I wish you would. Yeah, I'm different, so I'm misunderstood. So I'ma always be good. Said I'ma always be good.